many mistakes when investing in mobile homes, mobile home parks, anything really. But I was speaking to a investor who has gotten coaching by me through GMHU on this topic. And the thing about learning anything is you got to implement it for it to work. But look, not picking on him. I helped him out either way, the best way I could anyway. And I'm talking about the contractors. You know, things that can make or break you in any deal, any investment, are the mobile home price too high. The material, meaning that maybe the mobile home needs an extensive rehab, which materials up higher than it's been in a while here lately as well. But if you have to buy so many thousands of material, then pay the contractor thousands, and then the home, you know, again, it's a numbers game. So if the numbers don't check out, then it's not part of the game. You know, that's the way it works. But where it gets worse is where you start subbing jobs. You don't ever sub jobs. It's hard enough to have a crew, a contractor crew. They can do it all. Okay, they can put a new roof on it, they can paint, they can do electrical, they can do plumbing, they can do whatever the house is needed, right? They got to come in and knock it out. And then you work with them, build that relationship, and you try to keep those numbers, you know, the way you pay them as low as possible, while still obviously being beneficial to both ends. Everybody has to win. But when you start doing this subbing jobs, now you're going to get charged top dollar for that job. It takes longer. It's this giant confusion, and it's just, the numbers are just going up. And what I'm referring to, breaking it down, okay, so if the house needs painting, and it needs a little bit of electrical work, and it needs some plumbing, the roof needs to be resealed, okay, I'm gonna go get a painter to come in and paint it. So that's sub job one. Then I'm gonna get a roofer to come and reseal. Then I'm gonna go hire an electrician to come in and check out the electrical and do whatever repairs it needs. Then a plumber. You see these and all those are another fee or another bill, and it's just adding up. Not to mention, you know, all these numbers should have been put together before you got started anyway, so that you had a ballpark idea of what it's going to take. So my suggestion to any investor is find a contractor crew, and it could be 3 to 5 guys. Crews depend. They know it all. And that doesn't mean one guy knows it all, even though I did have a guy years ago that seemed to know every freaking thing. So it's a one-man team kind of thing. But my crews, one guy knows how to do flooring better than the rest. The other one is a better painter. The other one can work on electrical. So you see, it's a team that comes in and knocks it out. Each guy has his job duty, and then they help each other. You know, just because you're an electrician doesn't mean you don't know how to paint or work on a little bit of plumbing kind of thing, you know, but it's not your specialty, so to speak. So yeah, hire you a crew that knows how to do it all. Keep those numbers low, and look, budget before you start. Put the numbers together before you roll, and always trust but verify.